ToKToL is all about helping your students learn faster and more effectively. If you teach secondary science or math, it'll let you integrate online, differentiated instruction and adaptive formative assessment easily into your classroom. Many teachers tell us that the higher level skills like creating, evaluating and analyzing are most important for their students' academic success in their future career. But many teachers also complain that there are so many facts and basic skills to be taught, so they spend most of their time teaching lower level skills. ToKToL can take over the practicing of lower level skills and accelerate your students' progress in this area. In addition, it can help train some types of higher level skills. That way you can focus on the areas where your skill and expertise has the greatest impact. Students learn by answering questions. That way they really engage actively with the topic. That's because learning is not a spectator sport. Students need to get out and work with the material themselves. Instant feedback makes learning more engaging and boosts motivation, and it helps to correct errors and misconceptions as early as possible. After every question, students also see some background text that will help them to make connections to other material. Students just love this feature. There's a large number of tailor-made questions for science and math under the Singapore O-Level Pure Science and Math syllabuses. Compilations for other Singaporean syllabuses are also available. In addition, many quantitative questions are used as templates, and numbers are filled randomly, so that students cannot simply remember the answer. Including these variants, the number of questions is even bigger. You have detailed control of exactly what students will cover in an assignment. The content is organized as a tree, and you can expand to get a more fine-grained selection. You can even see the texts that students will see after a question, to get a better impression on what kind of questions will be included. Questions are selected to be of greatest value to each student individually. The sequencing of questions within an assignment is using 3 different modules. The first module is adaptive learning. It selects questions within a subtopic in the assignment. Using responses to previous questions, ToKToL continuously re-estimates the ability of the student and selects the next questions accordingly. ToKToL ensures that the student is always in the zone of proximal development, getting the right level of challenge, so that progress is optimized. The second module is spaced repetition. It ensures that questions that a student answered wrongly will be repeated several times, because practice makes perfect. And the last module is mastery learning. It makes sure that the student moves to the next subtopic in the assignment only when he is ready for it. The answers to questions are also used to give you as a teacher more information about your students. That's because it's much easier to get to your destination if you know exactly where you are. That's true for astronauts as much as for teachers. ToKToL collects data for the whole class, because you don't want anyone falling back without you noticing it. It grades automatically so that you can focus your time on using the results of the assessment rather than collecting the data. With adaptive assessment, it takes less time to get to accurate results. That's because questions are selected to be most informative about each individual student. We also provide detailed analysis. So what kind of results can you see about your students? Well, of course you can quickly check the number of unique questions they have answered, the number of questions they have answered including repetitions, the number of questions they got correct, and what their assignment status is. But the main data come in the results analysis. You can view students ordered alphabetically or by performance. This way, you can see the students that need some more help, as well as sections that might need more practice for the entire class. All questions are categorized by cognitive skill. This allows us to give you feedback on student performance on 3 different cognitive levels. And you can see the results for subtopics and sub-subtopics of a given assignment. For further analysis or reporting, you can easily export the results into Excel. So how can you use this in practice? You can have pre-tests before tackling a topic to see what students remember from previous years. And you can use post-tests after you covered a topic in class to ensure that students understood the concepts. If you take both pre-tests and post-tests, it's great for students to see their improvement. You can use ToKToL for flipping your classroom, asking students to learn the basic concepts at home with a learning assignment, so that you can focus on building higher level skills in class. And of course you can assign revision after having treated a topic in class to reinforce knowledge and skills. It's also great to occasionally have short quizzes on material that has been treated a while back, to ensure that come exam time, students still remember the material and it's not all new to them. Oh, and for exam preparation, it's just great. There's a revision mode that shuffles through the select material and then hones in on the weaker sections. Want to encourage self-directed learning? It's easy. Students can always create their own quizzes at any time. So, help your students learn faster with differentiated instruction. Increase your productivity as a teacher by using our ready-made database of questions. Know more about your students using our detailed feedback so that you can help them better. And it's easy to use for you and your students, and works anywhere on desktops and mobiles. If you're a teacher or work at a school, contact us to learn more at schools@ToKToL.com.